Well, joining us tonight is Congressman Lance Gooden. Congressman Gooden is a member of the House Committee on Financial Services, and we are delighted to have you with us. Give us a sense of where you think we are right now with the issue of oversight with the president's stimulus package, the conflict that seems to have developed already, and its efficacy.
Well, first of all, I think the president's doing a fantastic job. He's surrounded by, I think, pretty good people that are giving him good advice. And according to the reports that I've seen, he is absolutely in control of these efforts and doing a great job. Of course, there are politics at play. Speaker Pelosi announced just a few days ago that she's forming a 9/11-style commission, which I think is very premature and a distraction. But I think the president is accustomed to witch hunts, and he's accustomed to doing the business of the American people, even if the Democrats want to play politics.
And at the same time, the president is used to witch hunts, and amongst those witch hunts is going after the president. China's role here is a cover-up. He's facing a disinformation campaign that becomes more intense, not less, with each passing week, it seems. And now
right,
we have seen China be appointed to the Human Rights Council. Your reaction?
First of all, it's crazy. You know, I filed a bill on Friday that allows the United States to open an investigation into the origins of this virus, and if it is a bioweapon, did China do something intentionally? Are they at fault here? These are things that we don't know the answers to because China has continued their propaganda campaign. They're now wanting to carry that to the United Nations, and so what my bill does is it amends the Foreign Sovereign Immunities Act that was passed in the 70s that says you can't sue a foreign government and you can't even open an investigation if there's wrongdoing. And so I believe that the United States needs to investigate the cause and the origins of this virus. If there were bad actors at play, then they need to be held accountable, and I'm talking about China. But even if they didn't do anything intentional, if this truly was an accident, they've lied since this happened. They've been lying about the numbers of those affected. We would have absolutely been able to really get with the program a lot sooner than we did had China been honest with this. We didn't even know how serious this was until China had let this pass for several months.
Yeah, they lied to our doctors. They lied to the doctors, American doctors, who went to Wuhan trying to provide assistance. The disinformation campaign was comprehensive, whether it was emanating from the World Health Organization, whether it was emanating from the agencies in China itself and the government of China, obviously. And with our medical experts being absolutely bamboozled. And this from a government that was trying to pose as a new member of the enlightened community of nations of the world. It is far from that. It's a communist totalitarian state that is expansive in its ambitions and vicious in its disinformation campaigns.
You're exactly right, and we can't just sit by while the liberal elitist media calls the president racist for calling this a Chinese virus. It absolutely is. The president was the only person on the world stage, the only leader that said, let's shut down these flights from China. You spoke earlier in the segment about the thousands of people that came across, that came over in flights even after he implemented the ban. If you recall, Joe Biden called the president a racist, said he was a xenophobe when he announced this ban on flights from China. Thank God President Trump acted when he did. Otherwise, that's right. Thank God the president acted when he did. Otherwise, where would we be today? It wouldn't be much worse.
And let's be clear, not only did the president put that ban in place over the objection of medical advisors, whether it's the Centers for Disease Control, NIH, or the World Health Organization, or the European Union. They were having a conniption over it. And as you say, calling him racist, all sorts of ignorant names. And meanwhile, they followed in his path within weeks. the European Union, the World Health Organization finally acknowledging what a great job this president has been doing and his Corona task force. It is stunning to see the national left-wing media ignore the context, the reality, the causal relationship between the president's actions that they decried as racist and the effectiveness of his policies in saving American lives. It is outrageous what he has to contend with I'll just say it, every damn day he has to put up with an oppositional left-wing media that is more ideological activism than it is journalism.
I couldn't agree more. And, you know, I think that this commission that Nancy Pelosi has announced is just kind of a foreshadowing of what's to come. As soon as things calm down, just when the country starts getting back to work and when Congress should really be getting back to work this summer, you watch the final months leading up to the election will be Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff leading another witch hunt and taking the country down that path. It's a shame, but it's why elections matter. I believe that Trump supporters across this nation are going to turn out like never before in November, and I believe that the president will be rewarded for the great job he's doing, and lives are being saved. Yes, we're in a very difficult time right now, but things could be much worse had the president not taken early action, which he did, and I'm grateful to him for that, as are my constituents.